dramatic music, visuals of Machiavelli's portrait fading into images of Modi on stage, crowds cheering. Narrator, if the father of political realism, Necolo Machiavelli, could rise from the grave and examine Narendra Modi's rise to power, what would he say? Would he admire him as a master of statecraft? Machiavelli, diplomat, political theorist, and the man behind one of the most controversial books in history, The Prince. Written in 1513, it's not a moral guidebook. It's a survival manual for rulers, a brutal, unapologetic roadmap to taking and keeping power. Machiavelli didn't care about human rights, climate change, or morality. He cared about 5 things: how a ruler takes power, keeps power, defeats threats, controls appearances, and maintains stability. So, how does Narendra Modi measure up? Section 2, brutal breakdown, Modi through Machiavelli's eyes. Split screen visuals, Modi's speeches versus Machiavelli's quotes on screen. Narrator, let's run Modi through Machiavelli's checklist. It is better to be feared than loved. Challenges. Machiavelli would call this strategic fear. The end justifies the means. Power consolidation via nationalism, religion, and media dominance, regardless of criticism. Use cruelty well, if you must use it at all. Modi doesn't use public violence. Instead, he silences and sidelines opposition quietly, the kind Machiavelli preferred. Control appearances. Image of incorruptibility, humble origins, and national pride maintained flawlessly. Avoid being hated. Loved by many, hated by others, especially minorities and critics. Machiavelli would call this a dangerous imbalance. Destroy rivals completely. Congress weakened, BJP dissenters sidelined, independent media reduced in influence. Narrator, from Machiavelli's perspective, this is not just good, it's textbook. Modi rules not with the sword, but with narrative, bureaucracy, and emotional loyalty. A modern virtuoso. Section 3, 5 to 730, where Modi falls warnings. Visuals. Images of protests, parliamentary debates, polarized news headlines. But even the most skillful prince has weaknesses. Over-reliance on religious identity risks deep division, something Machiavelli warned can destabilize a realm. Intensified political polarization creates a loyal base, but can erode long-term unity. No clear successor. If his image cracks due to economic downturn, scandal, or crisis, the empire could lack a stable handover. Machiavelli would say, a prince must prepare for the storm before the clouds appear. Section 4, 7 the billionaire question. Stock market charts, Adani ports, Ambani towers, Modi with business leaders. Narrator, then comes the question of wealth and powerful friends. Machiavelli warns, a prince must guard against being ruled by others, especially the rich. Billionaire ties in Modi's world, close allies like Gautam Adani and Mukesh Ambani, empires that grew dramatically under Modi's rule, business elite that bolster his political dominance, but also risk public backlash. Machiavelli would admire the strategic use of wealth, but warn that billionaires are loyal to profit, not princes. If they rise too high, they may act like kings themselves. Section 5, 9 Machiavelli's advice to Modi. Visual, candlelit study, parchment with To His Excellency Narendra Modi in old script. Narrator, reading from fictional Machiavelli letter.
And here is a frictional letter by Necolo Machiavelli as he would have wrote to him, His Excellency. It's like a letter he would have written to him if he was present at the time of Renaissance, at the time of Cesare Borgia.
To His Excellency Narendra Modi, Supreme Leader of the Indian State, Guardian of National Unity, I offer counsel, not as a flatterer, but as a friend to dominion. Close quote. On the matter of billionaire associates, my lord, you have risen with the cunning of a fox and the patience of a lion. Your rule, shaped not by blood, but by belief, is a wonder even I could not have imagined. Yet it is now, when your power seems unshakable, that your dangers are greatest, for rot begins at the moment of ripeness. I speak of your companionship with great merchants, men of immense fortune whose names stir awe and suspicion among the people. The rule of wealth is not the rule of princes. A prince who allows any subject, no matter how loyal, to become greater in wealth than the realm itself places a dagger near his own throat. The merchant owes you today, but his allegiance is to profit, not to you. Should your power waver, he will side with whichever wind preserves his empire. Open quote. Gold has no loyalty, it flows to the stronger vessel. Close quote. Let me be plain. You must never allow a merchant to stand beside